I think it's so interesting looking at your career and your life because you've essentially grown up on screen. I don't need to tell you that. But what does that feel like? Is that wild?
It hasn't like registered fully because in my mind, it still feels like yesterday when we're talking about like, oh, it's our 10th season we're about to get into. I'm like, no, that doesn't sound right. Like, there's no way a decade just flew by. But so in a way, I haven't like fully registered that I have grown up on screen. I think also for me, like when I look at videos and photos of myself, like obviously I know I was younger, but I see it more when I look at Sean Jambroni, who plays Adam, the youngest brother.
Hmm.
He was like 12 or 13 when we started filming, and now he's 22. And so I definitely like it clicks for me then. And the cool part about being on a show like this for this long, one that's like it's about family, it's about heart, it's comedy. I feel like Erica and I have had a lot of parallel experiences, both good and bad. And so, in a way, we've kind of grown up together. I know that sounds cliche, but like
No, it's sweet.
truly, there are things that
Yeah.
have happened. Like last season, we saw Erica get married and like get engaged and get married. And then I just got engaged. And like now, well, now Erica's pregnant, but let's hold off on that.
Oh,
Why-
breaking
let's,
news.
let's pause on that for just
Greg's
a
like,
hot
what?
second. So like the parallels, I would like to maybe pause at that point. But
Yeah.
it's been really cool to like kind of see that journey together in a way like and it makes playing the character a little easier because I
Mm.
relate to her in so many ways. But yeah, it's just such a special experience like getting to work with these people for that long as well. It just doesn't happen that often in the industry, you know.
Yeah, and I know you've said it's such a community on set and such a positive vibe for the most part, which isn't always the case. So can you pinpoint what makes that so special? I mean, do you think it just is the people?
Yeah, it's interesting because I really haven't had experience working on any other television show before. I've done, you know, independent movies. But even with that, like from what I've heard, any guest star that we have come on, any crew member that comes on, they're like, this set is ideal. It's amazing. And I'm like, really? That's great. And you never know if they're just saying that. But over the last 10 years, I've heard it so much that I have to believe that it's true, that it is unique to our show, that there's just, I don't know how we have been able to attract just the best, most grounded, kind, thoughtful people who are all very talented and good at their job and care about their job.
Mm.
Um, and that goes from the very top to the very bottom, if you will, as far as like from PAs to grips, crew members, hair and makeup, cast, like everyone for the most part enjoys being there and we just love each other. Like a lot of the crew has been there since day one. And again cliche, but it feels like family. It's a
Yeah.
10 years of spending every day for like 7 months together, and it's just we found this great rhythm, that anytime we do get new people, it's just maybe luck of the draw but also law of attraction probably that
Yeah.
we happen to bring in people that are very like-minded in being kind and thoughtful and hardworking people. I mean, that's not always the case. There's obviously out of 10 years, we've had guest stars. There are certain crew or people that you're just like, vibes are a little off.
Yeah.
But
Bye.
but for the most part, like it's I would credit a lot of that as well to the people who hire. I mean, some of our producers are incredible people and they just know who to hire. And I will say Wendi, who is our number one on the call sheet,
Love Wendy.
she is our leader. I don't know if she would never say that, but she really is. She, being that number one, leads a show in a way that I mean, I'm so grateful to have learned watching her because, you know, I could have started on any other show. I could have seen that position being led in any other way, but she goes out of her way to make sure crew knows how valued they are and knows how appreciated they are. She does these like giveaways 2 times a year where gives away her own money like a lot as a
Wow.
hat, like pick your name out of a hat. And she does it for Christmas time. She does it for a wrap time. And it's just for crew. So that way everyone gets an equal opportunity to win. And she just like the thoughtfulness of doing like you don't have to do that. But
No.
like the fact that she goes out of her way to make that such a fun special experience and is so generous to the crew who spend the majority of the hours there, while we as cast are like, oh, I'll pop in, I'll pop out, like we're not
Mm,
always there. She just sets the tone for what our show is. And so I credit a lot of that to her as well.
that's incredible. Santa Covey giving away her money on Christmas.
Yeah,
That's
she's
so
like, she's
beautiful.
just incredible.